Some of us are born with confidence, but many of us are going to have to earn it. There are a lot of different ways you can do that, though, so don't worry about it. I'm going to tell you how to do it. Sometimes it's going to come with age. A lot of it actually is going to come from age. Sometimes it's through friendly competition, and sometimes it's just figuring out what your superpower is. So confidence, like I said, at this big age is something that we have earned. I am in my mid-50s, and that has really started to mean a great deal to me. Used to be when I said my age, when I was in my 20s or 30s or 40s, and now my 50s. Saying that I'm in my mid-50s gives me a confidence that I never thought it would give me. I thought as you got older that your posture changed and that you slumped over a little bit more. You hid behind, glasses or hair or whatever. You just hid behind things because you were getting older and you kind of shrank into the background and let the young folks take up space. But no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. I remember my girl Oprah saying when she turned 50, and I was in my 30s at that time. Well, when she said when she turned 50, she says, and this is when life happens. You know how Oprah talks, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. But she was saying 50 was it. That's when the switch went on and the confidence went up. She started changing her life and living the way she wanted to. It was a game changer, turning 50. And there's a gospel song that says millions didn't make it, but I was one of the ones who did. And I'm so happy to even be here still in my 50s. So you wake up and you throw your legs over the side of the bed and you can still stand up on your own 2 feet. It's the little things by the time you get to this age that will build your confidence. Like, am I confident I can stand up straight and with all this popping and locking that my body is doing? I'm going to be okay. So your confidence level is going to go up as you age. You're not going to shrink into the background. You are going to become who you want to become. Now, Oprah ain't right about everything, but about this, she was right. She was right. Keep on living and get here yourself. Keep on living. If you've already been here, drop it in the comments. Baby, it gets greater later. It's so good here. And your confidence level is going to be on 10. It's going to be on 100. I'm telling you, the every day that goes by, your confidence level should go up because you've earned it. You have earned this day. God has given you another day and you are grateful for this day. So, yeah, in my 20s, I barely remember those. I was somebody's wife. I was somebody's mother. I was somebody's employee. I was just getting started, trying to make a name for myself. I barely remember it. I was working so hard to be what other people wanted me to be. I was taking all these roles and doing all these things and getting in this organization or whatever. It was just, I was maxed out in my 20s. In my 30s, it got a little bit better as the kids were getting older. I had been in my relationship a little bit longer, so we understood each other and how each other worked and moved a little bit better. By my 40s, divorce had happened. I was diagnosed with arthritis, all the things that would make my confidence go the other direction. So the 40s, not the best. But I'm telling you, I turned a corner. It's like, have you ever been out on a windy day and somebody will say that halt got you when you walk around the building and that wind just smacks you? That's how my 50s have been for me, because I keep turning corners and I keep getting hit with these epiphanies, with these realizations, with these understandings of myself that I never had before. And as I understand myself better, I get more and more confident in who I am and in my abilities and what makes me special. And that means you're special too in your own way. That's what I'm trying to say. As you realize what makes you special, what your unique talents are, then your confidence is going to go up. Like my sister, she's super neat, and her cleanliness and how she can decorate and cook things and make things look so special and pretty. Like that is her superpower. Once you figure out what makes you unique and what makes you who you are, it is such a wonderful experience for you to realize what makes you special, that God made you uniquely you, and that is a blessing. One thing that has helped me gain confidence too is not explaining myself, just being myself. That is a confidence booster when you don't take up so much time explaining yourself and just being yourself. Show them instead of telling them. Okay? Like, I remember my mom saying that, but it wasn't so fun when she said it. Usually I had gotten into trouble, you see. And she would tell me, I can show you better than I can tell you. But that is true to this day. You can show a person much better than you can tell them. That's why I never understood people who would go on and on and on about what they were going to do. I'm going to do this. Or if you keep that up, I'm going to do that. Just do it, friend. Show me. Show me. I want to see. Show me. Okay? So that's what I mean. Show people, and that will boost your confidence as well. Because there are a lot of people who they are committed to misunderstanding you. They know what you're saying. They know what you're saying, but they want to say, I don't understand. I don't get it. And that's okay. Show them. Yeah. Don't say, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to leave if you keep doing this. Or I'm going to uh, go to the boss and tell them on you if you keep. Oh, go ahead. Show me. I want you to show me. Because there are a lot of people who will be in your comments on social media saying one thing and they're behind your back saying something else. So you shouldn't be worried about people who are committed to misunderstanding you, misinterpreting you. Show them. Another thing I want you guys to stop doing that I did for years and years and years and years is dimming your light. Don't dim your light. Just because you're confident, some people might come for you and they might say, you think you're this or you think you're that. So you might feel like, oh, I might need to back down a little bit for their comfort level to make them feel good. And I've said this many times. I love this quote from Toni Morrison. If you got to be on, if the other person has to be on their knees for you to feel tall, what does that say about you? I'm more like a Michael Jordan. I love watching him in that. What was it called? The Last Dance. Did you guys watch that documentary? It was awesome. All 10 parts. Awesome. But he kind of made up competition because that's what drove him to greatness. He needed to feel like he was in competition with somebody. And at one point during the documentary, he actually admitted to making up a beef with somebody because it helped him cross whatever threshold he needed to cross to win a championship or just win the game or score as many points as he needed to against this defensive player, whatever. So I'm more like that. I like friendly competition. There was a girl when I was growing up in my little hometown who she probably doesn't even know this. So I'm telling you and her because she doesn't even know this, I'm sure. But she was very accomplished. She was very smart. I looked at her as my competition because she always got 100 on her paper. She always got commended for whatever we were doing. And she even got to play Cinderella, and I got the evil stepmother. So I was always in competition with this young lady, and she doesn't even know this to this day. But I know I wouldn't have been able to accomplish what I was able to accomplish if I didn't feel like I was, trying to reach over her. I was trying to be as good, if not better than her. So sometimes you have to create those situations that you thrive in. You'll figure those things out more as you get older too. I didn't know that I was doing that growing up. I realized that as I got older that, hey, I remember this young lady and how I always wanted to do as good or better than her. Basically, I did want to beat her. And so I would do better on my assignments. I would do better on my spelling tests. I would do better in that particular play where we did Cinderella. Honey, when I tell you I played the heck out of that evil stepmother because she was Cinderella, I got a standing ovation. So but it was because I was in competition with her. So it made me perfect for that role. Perfect for that role. I didn't realize it back then, but yeah, that has helped me out a lot. And I have done that in my life. I find people that I'm not jealous of. I actually admire what they're able to accomplish. I am around them. I create an environment where I can be around them in close proximity to them, and I learn from them, and then I try to best them. That's what I try to do. So that'll boost your confidence too as you realize what makes you tick, what makes you go, what drives you. You figure that out, and then yeah, you already know it's up from there. You know it's up. So yeah, at this big age, I want you to take up space. I really do want you to think about what makes you take up space. If that's your style, I was in a meeting with a young lady the other day who she had like a 50s kind of vibe. You know, she had the cute little conservative dress that went down just right below the knee. She had some like cat eye glasses and she had kind of boofy, like a bouffant hairdo. I said, listen, girl, I love your style. She didn't look like anybody else in the room. Nobody looked like her. And I knew she had come up, she had cultivated that style, and that was hers. And when you saw her coming, you would look for those red cat eye glasses. You would look for something that was her signature. And I love that. That's a confidence booster too. When you figure out what your signature look is, what you're known for, when people see you coming, whether that's your little short blonde hair or if that's your piercing in your nose or something like that, whatever, it's the rings that you like to wear or whatever it is, you have your own signature look. That is a confidence booster. And most of the time, by the time you get to a big age, you figured out what looks good on you, what stands out, what you like, what you love, what you see on other people. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. So look around and see what you think is good on somebody else. Try it on you. It might be a part of your signature look as well. But confidence is so attractive, guys. And it's not just attractive in the romantic sense. I'm talking about to employers, it's attractive to your friends or people who will become your friends is going to be what attracts them to you and to your mentors. And being a mentor, if you want to be there for somebody else and show them how to grow and how to build their confidence, the best way to do that is build your own. I'm telling you, at this big age, confidence is key. So I want you to start working on that. It is built. Confidence is built. It is something that you don't find it. You can try things on for size and see what works for you, but it's something you build. So it's kind of like a buffet, right? You're going to go to the buffet. You're going to pick out what you think you like, try it. Some of it's going to be delicious, right? And so you're going to put that on your plate again when you go back. But some of it you're not going to like, and that's okay. That's how you're going to build your confidence. So remember that. Confidence is attractive. It's a master key, and you got this. Be confident in who you are because you are uniquely you. Nobody can be you but you. All right. Thanks so much for spending this time with me, and I'll see you next time.
I've never traveled all alone or built a fire on my